Hey guys, thanks very much for checking out the video. If you haven't seen the preview, my name is Ross. I am a business owner, a sponsored athlete, tattooed dude, an activist. And what a lot of people don't know is that I'm a big fan and supporter of women's rights and equality for all women, not only in my city and community, but in the world. You may think, whoa, dude, this is women's rights? Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to put a new face on women's rights and to let people know is that what you see is not what you get. Again, it's the old thing is that never judge a book by its cover. Well, I'm a prime example of that. A lot of people see me in the gym or see me in work and throughout the city and they're like going, yeah, we know you as an athlete, business guy, all around tattooed, muscular, bearded kind of dude, you support women's rights? And I'm like, yes, because the thing is that what people have to understand is, LGBT, gay rights, AIDS, HIV, all these charities in the world, people put a face on it. They put a face on gay rights, thinking you have to be someone wearing pink or all these kind of interesting, colorful items and things like that. Or with HIV or AIDS, you have to have that to support it. And again, for charities around the world, you have to be a certain look. Women's rights is about all of us. We as men have made a lot of mistakes. I, for one, I'm not going to stand here and say to you, listen, I haven't made a mistake. I'm perfect in every way. Listen, I've made many mistakes. I have been a young teenage male. I have seen and witnessed terrible things when it comes to women's rights, women's equality, the treatment of women in the workplace, in society, in community. I've come to realize that myself, the things and the verbiage, even when it comes to high school and elementary school, being rude to a woman or to a girl, or trying to fit in by being cool and saying inappropriate things because I want to fit into a group, that has to end. What people don't understand and what kids of this generation, the male youth, don't understand is that social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, when you're making a terrible comment towards a woman, making an inappropriate comment to a friend or a girl that you know from school, you can't do that. That is called violence. You may not touch them or hurt them or harm them physically, but social media, the media itself is violence. Being rude or saying inappropriate things to a classmate who's female because you want to fit in, that's not cool anymore, guys. That's not how it works. Listen, I am not what you think when you think about women's rights. I get that. I get that a lot. I started the foundation, the FIG project, about 2.5 years ago by supporting local shelters in my community, women's rights shelters, and rape relief programs. I was very blessed and honored to be brought into that community and be brought into the rape relief shelter and be able to speak as a male and show my support and show that, listen, I'm here to help. The bottom line is for this channel is that I want to show the world that women's rights has a new face. And again, you may not believe it, but I support women's rights. I'm a big supporter of all programs, rape shelters, community programs, events, soup kitchens, everything like that. The thing is that we have to get away from the stereotypes of to support women's rights, to support any kind of charity, you have to look a certain way. That's got to end. And guys, listen, we have to get out of the mentality of, oh, I work out a lot, I'm, muscular, I'm cool, that's got to stop. Use that strength, use that power and that physical fitness that you have to give a voice to women's rights, to speak out in your community, to get involved. Go to shelters, go to events, go to programs, learn about it. Learn what you can do as a man to help support women's rights. This channel is basically going to be a speaking ground for you guys. You can write comments, you can make comments, you can say positive and negative things. That is fine. I am open to all. The bottom line is, dudes, as a man, we have a lot to make up for. Will we ever make up for it? Probably not. Can we give it a good try? Yeah, of course we can. But here it is. My name is Ross Wilson. I am the new face of women's rights. I stand up for women's rights. I stand up for women's equality. I stand up for all rights of women all over the world. when it comes to community, workplace, society, everything. And let me say it again. I'm not here to say to you I'm Mr. Perfect and everything like that. I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I continue to make mistakes. I'll probably make a mistake right now. I probably have said so many words too many times. I'm making mistakes as we speak. But the bottom line is that we need to put a new face, a louder voice to women's rights. And as a man, it's time for us to stand up and do what's right. You have a mom, obviously. You may have a sister, a girlfriend, a friend at work that's female, and you think, she's really cool, I would do anything for her. Well, do something for her then. Stand up for women's rights. Get involved in your community. Work together. Help. Listen. Don't judge or don't jump into a conclusion. Don't always assume that when you see on the news about these women being raped or sexually abused or violated, that these are people of the streets, that these are women that are, prostitutes or street workers. That is not the case. More women are being raped in their household, from people they know, from people they trust. Don't always assume that what you see in the news, what you see in the community, what you see in the papers, what you see on social media, that these women are deserving of this treatment. That is not the case. This has to stop. And for one, I am making a stand today, starting now with this channel, that I am going to stand up to women's rights. I do it in my community. I do it with the shelters I support. I do it with the girls and women that I support on the Lower East Side of Vancouver. I will continue to do it no matter how many people may hate or send me negativity or say to me, listen, you're a man, you don't look like women's rights, you shouldn't be doing this. That's fine. Your opinion matters. Comment down below. I appreciate it. Ask me questions. Go on my website. Go on my Twitter account at The Fig Project. Go on my Instagram. More comments the better. But we have to understand, guys, is that we work so hard to support causes that are closest to our hearts. But for men, the closest thing to our heart has to be women's rights. We need to put that at the forefront. I support all causes. I support gay rights. I support everything. I do as much as I can for everybody. But over the years, I've noticed in my industry, in the fitness business, and in the health business, and all over the world of my travels, I've witnessed to this day, women who are successful still don't get the treatment they deserve, still don't get the recognition, the support from men in their workplace saying, great job, you deserve to be promoted above me. You deserved it. Don't be hateful. She got promoted above you because she knows what to do. She applied for the job. She deserves it. She worked her ass off to get there. So support her. Or if you see a girl, exercising a lot in the gym, don't say, oh, she's doing it to look good and get guys. No, maybe she has something in the past. Maybe she was overweight. Maybe she has some, problems. Be supportive. Don't jump to the conclusion that you see these women and say, that's fine, whatever, big deal, she's probably... No, stop this, come on. Enough is enough. This has to end. Women's rights is about all of us. This violence towards women, sexual assault towards women, the lack of safety and protection for women in the world, it has to change. Every day I'm going to post a video, we're going to go through the paper, we're going to go online, we're going to take a look at ads, we're going to take a look at postings, we're going to take a look at, the Huffington Post, which is an amazing program that does a lot of articles on women's rights, and we're going to go through it and see what we can do as a man and as men to help. So bottom line is, guys, subscribe to my channel, leave your comments, support the cause, get out to your neighborhood, get out to the events, find out what you can do, find out how you can help. Because women's rights is about all of us. And as men, we need to stand up and support women's rights and do what's best. Let's stick together, let's help each other out, and let's be united for change, because the time is now, and I'm tired of seeing this treatment of women getting worse and worse and worse. I don't know about you guys, but I'm here to stay, I'm here to fight, and I am women's rights. Okay, guys, be kind to one another. Subscribe down there. Leave your comments. Fig Project. See you guys later. Take it easy.